Hi everyone, this is Soumya with HCL and I will be your moderator. Welcome to webinar HCL OneTest OpenMic Mobile Web Application Testing in HCL OneTest UI. Today our speakers are Vijay Kumar Pandi, our Product Support Specialist, Ibrahim Sambasau, Support Specialist, and Jinsi J, our Senior Technical Lead. Before we begin, I would like to direct your attention to the question section of your webinar panel. You may type your questions there and we will address them at the Q&A segment at the end. Now let's jump into the webcast. Vijay Kumar, the floor is yours.
Welcome everyone, myself Vijay. I have been with OneTest UI past 8 years. Today I'm going to walk you through how to test web application using HCL OneTest UI. As we all know, there are a lot of importance given to the mobile application development and testing. If we ask the question to ourselves, we know why. We can think about a day without being with our family, but we cannot think about a day, even an hour without having a handset, right? Be it a mobile banking or entertainment or health, anything related, we wanted to use a mobile application. That makes all the company to give so much importance for mobile application development and testing. That makes the things harder for the professionals. So our intention is to make things simpler for the professionals, in particular for the testers. The one who has a basic computer knowledge should be able to automate the mobile web applications. I'm sure there must be questions for supporting mobile native applications for iOS and Android. For that, I'll just inform that we have a tech preview feature with our latest version. We have plans sessions on that in upcoming months. So let me start with the recording of mobile web application. Before that, I'll just tell you the agenda of what we have planned for today. The first thing is how to record the mobile web application using a Chrome device mode. Following that, we are playing back the script what we recorded on a Chrome device mode in an emulator. The same test will be executed on the Perfecto cloud platform. Then following that, we'll execute them in a Bitbar mobile platform. For the recording of mobile web application, we can use Chrome Chrome browser. When I say Chrome browser, we can make use of Chrome device mode for the recording. Let me get into the demo for the better understanding. Let me share my screen. The first thing you need to create a web UI test from the hot UI. So I'm just giving a test name for my test. Choose Chrome as a browser because the recording is possible with Chrome device mode. So I'm choosing Chrome as a browser. So upon the browser launches, you need to bring the developer tools. Just go to the settings option and click on more tools and developer tools. Otherwise, you can just press F12 to bring that. By clicking this device icon, you can change the desktop mode of the browser to device mode. Upon clicking, you will get the device list here. It will give you the list of devices what is available already. I'm choosing iPhone 6 for my test now. So after making the changes, you could see that the screen changes to the size of the screen, device screen. After choosing the device, I'm just launching my application, which is google.com in this case. One thing what you need to keep in mind is that when you're interacting with your application, make sure that the browser loads completely. Otherwise, the actions may not be captured. You could see steps are missing in your test. I'm just searching for the HCL OneTest UI website here. So I'll just wait for the page to load. After loading, when I interact with controls like a text box or a link, you could see that there is a blue color rectangle highlighter appears. That proves the point that the actions are captured. So in case if you don't see that, you need to check the recording is happening or not. The other way is you can check the packets are getting increased. If it is 0, maybe there must be some settings you need to check on. So I'm continuing with my interaction with the application. Since the page is loading, I'm not interacting. So it's completed. So I click on contact us and wait for the page to load completely. So to stop the recording, you just need to close the browser. So upon completion of the loading, I just close the browser. So once you close the browser, you will get a prompt which says that the test is being generated. Upon the completion of the test generation, you get an option to open the test. This will take you to the test. Just expand the application node. You could see all the actions what we performed in a Chrome device mode is being captured here. If you look at the details over here, you could see the test steps and the screenshots associated. In the bottom, you could see the screenshot associated for the steps. On your right, you can see the actions details, like what object is, what object is being performed and what kind of action and what is the object is used for identifying the object. In the top right corner, bottom right corner, you could see the associated properties of that particular object. So this is by using these simple steps, you can record your web application using a Chrome device mode. In order to play back the same script in Chrome browser, you need to make a simple change in your Heart UI. Just go to Window, Preferences. Under Test Execution, you have option for WebAI playback, where you need to go to Desktop. There are 3 options available here. You need to choose this particular option, device name, and keep the device name in which you wanted to play back the test. It is not necessarily you need to give the same test device name. If in case your application is compatible with iPhone, different devices, or an Android device, even some of the applications is render same way in iPhone and Android. So you can record it in an iPhone and you can play it back in an Android device. So based on the device, you just give the device name, give apply and close, then you can start your playback. Consuming the time, we are not playing back the script in the same browser. We are going to play back the same script what we recorded in a browser on an Android emulator. My colleague Jinsy will take you through that. Jinsy, over to you.
Thank you, Vijay. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to demo the procedures to be followed to run the tests on an Android emulator or device. Yes, it is possible to run the tests on the emulator or device. We usually use a Chrome device on Android devices and emulators, and Chrome browser on Android devices and emulators, and Safari on iOS devices and simulators. This capability uses the Appium server to run the tests. Set up the Appium environment and start the Appium server. And once you start running the test on the Run Configuration Wizard, all the connected devices or the configured emulators would be listing out. Here you would be able to see my Android device and the emulators which I configured in my machine. Everything is listed over here. We can run the tests in a parallel on multiple devices, and we can run the tests locally on the test machine, or else we can run the tests on the remote devices which is connected to the remote desktop as well. So if suppose we wanted to run the tests on remotely, then provide the IP address of the remote Appium server. Make sure the remote server has the Appium installed and the devices, Android devices and the emulators are connected or configured on the remote device. And then provide the IP address of the remote Appium server along with the port number to communicate with the server, and then provide the Android device name, and we have to check the checkbox if it's running on the real device on the remote machine. To run the tests on the real device, make sure you are enabling the USB debugging on the device. And once you connect the devices or configure the emulators on the machine, the ADB driver ADB process would be able to list the devices over here. Let's say sometimes you might be able to see that it's like the devices are connected or configured, but it is not listing out in the HotUI IDE. Then during that time, we can run the ADB devices command and make sure the devices are listed over here. Now I'll take you through a small demo. Okay, so my HotUI is launched and I have an Appium server. So I have added my Android SDK path and Java home set in my environment variable. Because of that, it's already picked up over here in the edit configuration tab. If it's not there, you can add it over here as well and save and restart the Appium. So I'm going to start my Appium server now. Once the Appium server is started, I'm going to run the test. Once the test run wizard comes up, as it's shown in the screen capture, yes, you would be able to see the Android real device which I have connected to my test machine, as well as the emulators which I have configured using the AVD manager. So I'm choosing the Pixel 3 API 29. Click on finish, which will launch my test. Yes, the test is beginning. The mobile and web UI statistics report has started running. Now the live report also would be triggering on the browser. Yes, it's coming up. Okay. Now the Appium server would be trying to trying to instrument the code on the emulator. So there will be messages related to the process in the Appium server log session. Yes, here you would be able to see the Appium server Android package. It's showing as like com.android.chrome and Android device serial number emulator 5554. This is my emulator which I have configured. Now on my emulator, you would be able to see the web browser is launched. The Chrome browser has been launched, and the Google page would be getting loaded. Okay, typing HCL OneTest UI and doing a search. And the next step is to click on the HCL OneTest product software testing tools. And now the next step is to click on the contact us. Yes. So this was the last step to click on the contact us. After that, according to the test scenario, it would be closing my Chrome browser. So now the script playback is almost finished. Yes, it's about to finish, and then closed my Chrome browser as well. So once the Chrome browser has been closed, that means my execution has been completed. Now I'll take you back to the live reporting. This is my unified report which got generated. So here for each step, you would be able to see the screen capture from the emulator. Along with that, there is a screenshots section here. You will get a small video recorded with the screen captures. So the similar procedures can be followed for the real Android device as well. With this, I'm handing over to my colleague Ibrahima.
Thanks, Jinsi. Thanks, Vijay, also. Hi, everyone. Do you have any question for GC or VJ, please, guys? No? So then let me start. GC, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna show you how our OneTest UI interact with Perfecto. Perfecto has 113, I think, yesterday devices. So if you have your application which can run on devices, mobile devices, you no longer need to purchase, to buy devices yourself. You need just, let's say, a Perfecto license. So it's when you have a Perfecto license, then what we offer from our side is to execute your tests on any Perfecto device. Would you go to the next slide, GCC, please? So what you need, in fact, you need just, let's say, to have credentials, but as end user, you're gonna see you don't need to have them as end user, but just one person in a company can have it. And when he has it, we're gonna show you how to use the end user gonna use it. The second thing I assume you have is you have your projects which can run on any mobile device, let's say, or some mobile devices. The third thing is the configuration. When the let's say the main user, I assume the person who had the credentials can log into Perfecto. So he has just to generate something called security token. And that one is easy to generate. It's just he has to go to his profile, click on, and has a list of items. And one of them is my security token to click on. The first time when he clicks on, he will see this pop-up here, but the pop-up here is empty. He has to click on generate key. And when he clicks on generate key, there is a key generated, and he just click on the below button, copy to clipboard, and to copy it. When he copies it, as he is playing back, it's easy from our side, let's say, to interact with Perfecto. Is just to go to the picture at the right side. It is from window in WebUI. I assume you know WebUI already. You're going to click on, let's say, a window preferences, and then test execution, and then web UI playback. You're going to click on mobile device as it is in the picture, and then tick Perfecto hosts. When you tick the Perfecto host, the below button beneath of it, which is a security token, is available. It's no longer grayed out, and you can paste there the security key. So the main user can pass it to the other users also, the same security key. They have just to do exactly the same and paste it there. So that's it for the configuration from our side. You don't need to change the Perfecto hosts because it's there. So you don't need to change it. Can we go to the next slide, Jinsi? Oh, okay. So then when you have it, you're gonna just need to play back your tests. It's gonna list. We're gonna wait a little bit for the demo. 1 second, please. Yeah, it's here. So you're gonna go to the preferences, let's say. Yeah, go ahead, Jinsi. You have already, as shown by VJ, you have already configured it. So here you have a Perfecto. You're gonna go to Perfecto Lab. This, yeah, I don't have a hand on the video. That's why it's a little bit very fast. Can you slow it down, Jinsi, please? Yeah, so the Perfecto Lab here, it's not for the playback itself. Here it's for Appium. If you have Appium Java, let's say, and you want to run it on Perfecto, we give it also the possibility to do it. You're gonna, in that case, need the login and the password here, and tick the connect to using HTTPS. The second one you see here, Perfecto Mobile, is when you execute and you want to get your Perfecto report, because there is a Perfecto report. For web UI itself, if it's your web UI script, you don't need it at all. So this is the configuration we talked about. You copy this one, and then this is the key which you're gonna need to put there. Here, when you are playing back, because you did it, you configured it, and when you play back, then it's listed here, and you're gonna tick which one on which device you wanted to execute your script. So you select one, and then it is executing. Yeah. Okay. 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 So now it's it's almost a finish. So the execution, yeah, it's still generating the report. This is mobile and web UI report. Basically, this one probably will no longer have it with the latest versions. Yeah, it's still loading the report. So when you look at it here in this report, you're going to see the Safari, the version, the CPU, the iPhone which is used here. And then you have also the script generated from Windows. So that's it. Nothing else. It's easy to use. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Do you have any question? Okay.
Yeah, folks, just a reminder to use the question section on the webcast panel to ask your questions if you have any.
Yeah, you can also ask it in some languages if you want in French. Okay, thanks. I give you back the presentation, Vijay.
Thank you for the demonstration. Yeah. Now I'm going to take you through the demonstration of the web application playback on a Bitbar mobile cloud platform. So for that, you need to configure the similar way how we configured the Perfecto one. We need a API key, kind of a security token, which connects hard UI and then a Bitbar environment. So this is a window where we need to configure the things. What we needed is the Bitbar host, and as I said, the API key. Upon configuring the API key, the projects associated in your Bitbar will be listed out in the drop-down under project. So the project will be associated with a device group where you added a collection of devices on which you plan to test your application. So that is called device group. Then the test run is user defined. You can specify the name of for your test. So you can see the similar test execution in your Bitbar project itself. Let me go to the demonstration straight away. So we are going to play back the same script what we recorded in Chrome device mode, as we executed the similar in emulator and Perfecto now in Bitbar. So I'm just showing the configurations. Go to the same page, same wizard where you configured your Perfecto just before. Select the Bitbar host and provide the URL, then give the API. Once you refresh, then the project drop down will give you a list of projects what you're configuring in your Bitbar. So I have only one configured. Yeah. And the associated device group for the project will be listed over here. Then the test name is given as run test. After configuring, you could see the number of devices in the device group. Currently, we have only one device. So go with the execution. In the run configuration window, you could see the Bitbar devices available. Currently, we have only one Motorola Google device. I'm choosing that. So going ahead with the execution. So reports are generating. As Ibra said, I mean, currently we have the live report alone. Initially, we have Moab report as well. Currently, we have by default the live report, you call unified report, which gives the steps with the screenshots and all that. So you could see the playback happening. So the steps are appearing in your left and the associated screenshots are visible on your right. Other than that, you also have the screenshot collections where it will be played as a kind of a video, so you can see how the playback went through. So with this, we reach the end of this session. I would request you all shoot your questions if anything. As I said, we also have a support for mobile native iOS and Android applications as a tech preview. At this stage, we have plans to for OpenMic in the coming months. We will notify you guys through an invitation. So if you have any questions with the, for any of the demonstration or the feature what we explained, you can either shoot now or in case you can drop it, we can reach out to you with an answers.
Yeah, thanks, Vijay. Thanks, Dincy and Ibrahim. We have received few questions. I just read it out one by one. Anyone can answer. Our first question is, what about native apps? Does HCL OneTest UI handle it, or should we integrate with Perfecto?
Yeah, as I just said, there is a tech preview features. There are two options we can do it. Either we have integration with Perfecto Appium integration. So you can go with the integration with Perfecto Appium, or we have a tech preview feature, as I said, for Android and iOS, which will be delivering in the coming sessions. So we have a plans to support that as well. I mean, in the sense it's already available, but as a tech preview stage.
Okay, and our next question is, does OneTest UI support only Perfecto and Bitbar? What about other mobile app testing service providers such like pCloudy, Browser Stack, etc.?
As of now, we have integration with this, but definitely we can take this as a feedback and check with our product team and get back.
There is also, let's say, I don't think for now some of them we support. We have basically what we support. It's what we list. In fact, but there is an improvement, and we, if we get feedback, also we can definitely check with product management to see if it can be, if it's feasible, let's say. And there is a possibility also to interact with us by creating a request for enhancement. If you don't see something on our documentation listed, then you can create, let's say, an RFE for it. Okay. There is a review every week.
And our next question is, do we have OneTest app for iPhone real device?
Yeah, as I said, it supports iOS native device as well. We have a support.
And our next session will be on real mobile devices, listed natives.
Yeah, I think we came to an end. Thanks all the speakers and the attendees for attending our webinar. Thanks everyone.
Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you all.
Thanks.